Fame on the internet can happen fast, but for some influencers and YouTubers, that fame ended in the most shocking way imaginable. In this video, we're looking at 5 real stories of online personalities whose lives were cut short in disturbing, tragic, and unforgettable circumstances. These weren't just random headlines, these were creators with audiences, careers, fans, and futures, until one moment changed everything. From influencers who died while chasing dangerous content, to YouTubers caught in violent crimes, fatal accidents, and situations no one saw coming, these cases show the darker side of internet fame. Some of these deaths shocked millions. Others left fans searching for answers long after the story disappeared from the news. Here are 5 real-life cases of influencers and YouTubers whose deaths remain some of the most shocking of all time. It was June 19, 2019 in Brooklyn, New York. DESMOND, AMOFAH, a 29-year-old YouTuber known as ETIKA, was a beloved figure in the gaming world, particularly among Nintendo fans. Known for his high-energy personality, DESMOND had built a large following through his engaging content and live streams. But behind his online persona, DESMOND was dealing with serious mental health challenges. DESMOND's YouTube and Twitch channels were hugely popular, with thousands of fans tuning in to watch his content. However, his behavior had grown increasingly concerning in the following months. In October 2018, YouTube suspended his channel, EW Network, after he posted content that violated community guidelines. This event marked a shift in DESMOND's online presence, with his posts and streams becoming more unpredictable and sometimes alarming. In April 2019, DESMOND live-streamed a standoff with police officers. He posted disturbing messages and photos online, including one where he was holding a gun, signaling he was troubled. This incident led to police intervention and he was taken to a hospital for evaluation. It was clear that DESMOND was battling deep mental health issues, but despite receiving help, his struggles continued. On June 19th, DESMOND uploaded a video titled, "I'm Sorry," on his YouTube channel, TR1, I Come On. In the 8-minute video, he expressed regrets to his followers, apologizing for his recent behavior. The video alarmed fans who quickly reached out to authorities. Shortly after posting it, DESMOND disappeared. The next day, the New York Police Department asked the public for assistance in locating DESMOND. They posted a tweet describing him as a well-known YouTuber and expressing concerns following his recent video. Despite these efforts, there was no sign of DESMOND. After 5 days of searching, on June 25th, police confirmed that DESMOND's body had been found in the East River in Lower Manhattan. The gaming community was heartbroken. Fans, other creators, and YouTube itself shared messages of condolences. The official YouTube creator's Twitter account acknowledged DESMOND's influence, expressing sadness over his passing and sending condolences to his loved ones. DESMOND's story brought attention to the intense pressures that public figures, especially online creators, face. Many experts believe that social media fame can increase stress and worsen mental health issues. Kaylee Cruzan, a researcher from Cornell University, noted that while social media research usually focuses on the general public, more studies are needed on the unique impact it has on influencers. DESMOND's behavior in his final months, including the worrying messages he shared on platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube, showed clear signs of distress. Despite his fans' support, it was apparent that he needed continuous mental health care that unfortunately wasn't sustained. The online community's efforts to help him highlighted the gaps in the current mental health system, where individuals in crisis often don't receive long-term support. Rod Breslau, an esports consultant, reflected on DESMOND's experience, observing that the pressures of online fame likely affected his mental state. Breslau emphasized how challenging it could be for influencers to manage such large audiences, especially in a high-stakes public environment like gaming and streaming. The tragedy of DESMOND's passing sparked conversations around the need for better mental health resources for online influencers and content creators. Statistics from the CDC show that mental health challenges are a leading concern for young adults in the U.S., and studies suggest that increased time on social media can lead to feelings of anxiety and sadness. However, these studies often overlook the experiences of influencers who face unique pressures to engage constantly with their audiences. Dr. Victor Schwartz, Chief Medical Officer of the JED Foundation, highlighted the importance of mental health resources tailored to young people. He called for more proactive intervention from social media platforms, which could help connect individuals in need with professional resources. While Desmond's online community took steps to support him, there were limitations to what his fans and friends could do. Desmond's passing has also renewed discussions on the responsibilities of social media platforms to protect the mental health of their users, especially those with large followings. Many hope his story will raise awareness about the mental health struggles that influencers face. Breslau commented on the impact of Desmond's life and work, saying that he was an important figure in the Nintendo and Smash gaming communities, and that his legacy as an entertainer would be remembered fondly. Desmond's story is a reminder of the challenges faced by those in the public eye. His struggle illustrates the need for compassionate mental health support and a stronger safety net for those navigating the intense demands of online fame. His legacy underscores the importance of addressing mental health more openly and creating a system that truly supports individuals during difficult times. It was the night of June 8, 2025 in Las Vegas. Rodney Findlay, known online as Finny the Legend, was live streaming with his wife, Tanisha, also called Bubbly, near the Bellagio Casino. The 43-year-old couple had been live for over 2 hours, casually walking, laughing, and chatting with their 4,000 subscribers. The stream showed Tanisha in a bright blue jumpsuit and Finny speaking to the camera set on a tripod near the Paris casino. Then, just before 11 p.m., a man walked into the frame. He wore a yellow and black shirt, a baseball cap, and sunglasses. Viewers instantly recognized him, 41-year-old Manuel Ruiz, a fellow streamer known as Sin City Mannywise. He and Finny had been in an ongoing online feud that had lasted over a year. As he approached, Tanisha stepped in front, trying to block him. But he moved past her quickly and raised his arm. Shots were fired. People screamed and ducked. Finny was hit several times. Tanisha, in shock, shouted and grabbed the camera. More gunshots followed. The stream ended abruptly when the device hit the ground. In footage recorded by a bystander, Tanisha was seen lying still, her lower body covered with a white sheet. Police arrived around 10:40 p.m. on the 3600 block of South Las Vegas Boulevard. Finny and Tanisha were pronounced dead at the scene. The coroner confirmed Finny had multiple wounds, and Tanisha had been struck twice in the head. Authorities labeled both deaths as intentional. Ruiz fled the scene, but less than 12 hours later, he turned himself in at a police station in Henderson. He was booked at the Clark County Detention Center and charged with 2 counts of unlawful killing involving a weapon. The feud between Finny and Ruiz was well known in the YouTube community. It began in early 2023 after an incident where Ruiz allegedly sprayed Tanisha with a substance. Though Tanisha recovered, Finny addressed the event online instead of retaliating. From there, the conflict escalated. Finny posted over 50 videos criticizing Ruiz and a local group of streamers known as the Sin City family, which Ruiz was part of. In one video, Finny even said Ruiz had sent him threatening messages. Earlier in 2025, Finny filed a harassment complaint. Just hours before the shooting, Ruiz posted a video where he seemed to be tracking Finny through Las Vegas. In it, he said he was looking for his biggest fan and made several unsettling comments, including, "Wherever you go, I will be there." Authorities believe Ruiz located Finny by watching his live stream. Witnesses later confirmed that Ruiz pulled a firearm from his waistband and fired 5 or 6 shots. When Tanisha reached for the streaming phone, he reportedly fired again. Afterward, Ruiz deleted many of his videos, but some clips survived through Finny's streams where he had discussed them. Finny was remembered as more than a streamer. His friend Derek Ware described him as a father, grandfather, and someone who cared deeply about others. Tanisha, often seen with Finny on stream, was known for her vibrant personality. Her nickname, Bubbly, fit her perfectly. The conflict between the two men had grown over time. Finny often criticized Ruiz's content, sometimes allowing guests to join in. Ruiz also allegedly used copyright strikes to try to remove Finny's videos. Despite this, Finny welcomed different voices on his platform. Ware said Ruiz could have appeared on Finny's stream to explain himself, but never did. After the deaths, Ware was stunned. In court, Ruiz claimed self-defense, saying he thought Finny and Tanisha were reaching for weapons. His request for bail was denied, and he remains in custody. It was October 13, 2024, in Talavera de la Reina, Spain. Louis Stevenson, a 26-year-old British influencer, was known for his bold stunts and thrilling adventures, often shared on social media. He captivated his followers with photos from dizzying heights, showing his love for risky, adrenaline-fueled activities. On this day, Lewis had set his sights on scaling the 630-foot Castilla-La Mancha Bridge, one of the tallest bridges in Spain, without any safety gear, hoping to capture another breathtaking image for his Instagram. Despite his family's repeated warnings to avoid such dangerous pursuits, he was determined to go through with it. This climb, tragically, would be his last. Lewis was drawn to extreme adventures, with friends and family well aware of his daredevil spirit. His grandfather, Clifford Stevenson, shared that Lewis wasn't motivated by fame or money. He sought these thrills purely for personal satisfaction. His girlfriend, Savannah Parker, was heartbroken as she remembered his last message to her the night before, telling her he loved her. Neither of them realized those would be his last words to her. Early that Sunday morning, Lewis set off to the bridge with a 24-year-old friend. Heavy rains had made the surfaces slippery, yet Lewis remained undeterred. They started their climb, reaching about 165 feet when tragedy struck. Lewis suddenly lost his grip and fell. The scene was harrowing. A passing driver called for help, and emergency services arrived quickly. At 7:14 a.m., authorities found his lifeless body. His friend, overwhelmed by the shock, was initially unable to speak. Police later confirmed that no charges would be filed against him. Local officials reiterated that the bridge was off limits, a restriction Lewis had chosen to ignore in pursuit of his ideal shot. Savannah was heartbroken by the loss and shared a detail that made the tragedy even more devastating. Lewis had mentioned not feeling well right before the accident, even telling his friend he needed a moment to rest. Savannah suspected he might not have eaten, which could have worsened his condition. She was told that he had lost consciousness before the fall, a chilling addition to the story, as he had never experienced such symptoms before during his previous stunts. Lewis's passing sent shockwaves through the community of thrill seekers and influencers. Tributes poured in from friends who shared his passion for high-risk climbing. Many reflected on the privilege of knowing him and the profound sadness of his loss. Others expressed gratitude for the sense of freedom and fearless mentality he inspired, honoring the adventurous spirit he brought to their lives. Lewis showcased his adventures globally on his Instagram account, Expedition, documenting climbs on high-rise buildings and structures worldwide. From skyscrapers in New York to hotel rooftops in Mexico City, each post reflected his fearless approach to life, inspiring followers who marveled at his courage. Just days before, on October 3rd, he had shared a photo from the top of a Nottingham Forest stadium. Though his life ended tragically, Lewis's spirit continues to inspire his community. He will be remembered not only for his daring feats, but also for the intense passion he brought to each adventure. His story tells us about the fine line between thrill-seeking and the serious risks involved. The local community in Talavera de la Reina expressed their condolences, saddened by the tragic outcome. Macarena Munoz, the counselor for citizen security, emphasized the serious risks associated with such stunts and reiterated the ban on climbing the bridge. The town council stated the incident, underscoring the dangers of attempting such risky activities. As his family and friends cope with their loss, questions linger. What if Lewis had taken the warnings more seriously? What if the weather had been clearer? What if he had been more cautious that morning? These haunting what-if questions add to the sorrow of his untimely death. It was September 27, 2024, in Tbilisi, Georgia. ARINA GLAZUNOVA, a 27-year-old TikTok personality from Russia, was enjoying an evening out with friends. Known for her lively personality and regular social media updates, ARINA documented much of her life for her followers, including her adventures that night. As they walked around Tbilisi, she recorded a video, capturing fun moments with her friends. During their outing, the group found themselves at a subway station. It was dark, with the only light coming from the station itself. ARINA, standing near the stairs leading down to the underground, decided to sing a song by the Russian band Hunger Boys titled "For the Last Time." Her friend recorded her performance on their phone. Focused on singing and engaging with the camera, ARINA didn't notice a low wall just ahead at the edge of the stairs. In a sudden, tragic misstep, she tripped over the knee-high barrier, disappearing over the edge into the underpass below. Her friend's recording captured her final moments, including a scream before the video went black, followed by her friends' panicked voices as they rushed to help. Local media reported that ARINA was immediately taken to the hospital. She had suffered severe injuries, including head trauma. Despite medical efforts, she did not survive. Her passing shocked her friends and fans, turning an ordinary night into a tragic event. Soon after, a memorial appeared at the site where ARINA fell. People left flowers and messages in her memory, expressing sympathy for her family and friends. The incident also led to significant attention on social media, where the video of her accident quickly went viral. Many raised questions about the station's safety, particularly the low wall that ARINA had tripped over. Social media users voiced their concerns, with one person commenting on the lack of a guardrail around the edge, describing it as a serious hazard in the dark. Another person suggested that a barrier would improve safety, while a few questioned the risks of filming in public places without attention to surroundings. Some users even called for restrictions on TikTok, frustrated by the dangers that came with recording while distracted. In response to the growing concerns, Tbilisi's City Hall addressed the matter. Officials noted that the subway station's design dated back to the Soviet era, meeting the standards of that time. Kaka Kaladze, Tbilisi's mayor, assured that the station was aligned with current safety standards. However, the public remained unconvinced, demanding updates to prevent similar incidents. ARINA's passing raised further questions. Why was a high-risk structure left unprotected? Could a simple safety measure have prevented the tragedy? These concerns echoed widely as people mourned her loss. Her story tells everyone of the potential risks in everyday activities. A simple video recording, something ARINA had done countless times, ended with tragic consequences. The accident also underscored the need for improved safety standards in public spaces, especially heavily trafficked areas. In the days following her passing, people reflected on the importance of awareness in public places and the dangers of becoming overly focused on screens while in transit. The memorial at the station stood as a reminder of a life cut short and a silent call for caution. ARINA's family and friends continue to grapple with their loss. They remember her as a lively, joyful person who brought happiness to those around her. The videos she once posted for entertainment have now become cherished memories, but they also highlight the pain of her absence. The Tbilisi community also felt the impact of this tragedy. ARINA's accident brought attention to public safety concerns, igniting calls for better infrastructure to protect citizens. The discussions about updating safety measures became more pressing, with many urging immediate changes. In the end, ARINA GLAZUNOVA's death was a tragic, preventable accident that speaks to the importance of both personal awareness and safe public design. Her story is a warning for all to stay vigilant and advocate for safer environments. It was January 9, 2026, late in the evening along a long stretch of highway in Baja California, Mexico. Isaac EFRAIN VALADEZ, known online as Chacan VALADEZ, was driving his white Isuzu delivery truck. He was a 44-year-old content creator and package delivery driver, traveling his usual route between Santa Rosalia and Baja California Sur and Ensenada. He had driven this road many times before, but this trip would be different. It would be his last. Chacan had slowly built a loyal following online. More than 164,000 people followed him on Facebook, with over 1,300 on Instagram. He never tried to act famous. He described himself as an ordinary person sharing real daily experiences. His posts focused on road safety, stories from his work, thoughts about life on the highway, and greetings to people he passed along the way. Through his videos, viewers saw long workdays, empty roads, and parts of Mexico most people never experience firsthand. He was originally from Baja California Sur and lived in Ejido Villa de Jesus Maria in the San Quintin area. His delivery work covered hundreds of kilometers, from Santa Rosalia north to Ensenada. Chacan also ran a personal project called El Sitio BC, which promoted ecotourism and rural tourism. His family ranch, El Sitio, worked as a rest stop for truck drivers. He was known for repeating certain phrases like, "Holy Heavenly Father, Sambatate, what soap did you have left?" and "the thin yellow line." These phrases made his audience feel close to him, as if they truly knew him. On the evening of January 9th, Chacan made 2 Facebook posts. The first was shared in the late afternoon or early evening. It showed a video of the highway, but the caption stood out. He wrote, "This trip seems like it might be the last, but we will enjoy it like the first of the year. I am just passing through, hoping to do better today than yesterday. Forever 3 dots. The red plains of Baja California, Mexico." At the time, most followers saw it as another thoughtful message. Chacon often reflected on life and movement, but after what happened later, those words felt unsettling. Many wondered if he sensed something was wrong or if it was only a coincidence. Later that night at 11:09 p.m., Chacon posted again. This time it was a 4-minute and 11-second video recorded inside his truck as he traveled from Chapala to Catavina. His nephew Alexis was with him. The video gained more than 205,000 views in less than 1 day. In the description, Chacon talked about strong wind conditions. During the video, his truck was pushed by heavy gusts. He explained how the wind shook the vehicle and warned other drivers to be careful, especially near canyons where sudden gusts could appear. He named locations as he passed them and greeted another driver, Francisco, who was ahead on the road. Even in dangerous conditions, Chacon focused on helping others stay safe. After the video ended, Chacon continued driving. Then everything went quiet. The next morning, January 10, 2026, shortly before 7 a.m., police in Ensenada received a report of an armed incident. Officers arrived at a parking lot outside a convenience store on Emilio Abreu Street in the San Borja area. Chacon's white Isuzu truck was parked there. Inside, he was found slumped in the driver's seat, having been struck multiple times by gunfire. Neighbors reported hearing loud shots earlier that morning. Paramedics later confirmed that he had passed away. Investigators found at least 7 bullet impacts on the truck, mainly on the windshield and driver's side. His body was taken to the Forensic Medical Service, and authorities began a formal investigation into his death. No arrests or clear motive were announced in the days that followed. News of his passing spread quickly. Followers returned to his final posts, especially the words, "This trip seems like it might be the last." Many wondered about his nephew Alexis and what he may have experienced. The comment sections were filled with grief. People described Chacon as honest, hardworking, and kind. Others sent condolences to his wife, daughters, grandchildren, and extended family. Chacon was not acting or playing a role online. He shared his real life, both the calm moments and the dangers of the road. For thousands of people, losing him felt personal. The investigation continues, but many questions remain. Why was he targeted? And how did such a routine night on the highway end this way?